everyone, it's attorney Bianca Jordan from Brazen Legal, an immigration law firm that helps immigrants get green cards. Today's video is to answer a question that I've been getting a lot lately, and that question is, what is going on at the consulate? Now that the Trump ban has been lifted, what does that mean for all of these cases that have been pending? So as a brief recap, last April 2020, Trump issued an executive order that pretty much put a halt to legal immigration under the guise of preserving jobs because of COVID. So, under this executive order, many family members were prohibited from coming to the United States with their green cards. These family members included parents of U.S. citizens, spouses and children of green card holders, children over 21 who are married and their children of U.S. citizens, brothers and sisters of U.S. citizens. There were a variety of people that could not come to the United States because of this executive order. And President Biden lifted the executive order a couple of weeks ago. So now cases will go back to normal as far as processing goes at the National Visa Center and the consulate. That's the great news. The bad news is that because of this executive order, and also because of the delays due to COVID, as of February 2021, there are 473,000 cases that are pending and waiting to be scheduled for an interview, the majority of which are immigrant visa applications, also known as green card applications. And as we know, throughout COVID, a lot of the embassies have been operating under limited occupancy, whether it's because of COVID or because they were already short-staffed to begin with. And a lot of these consulates were only processing certain visa applications, for example, visitors' visas, under emergency circumstances. Now we've got this huge backlog of 473,000 cases. So what is going to go on? Like, what is happening? What's going to move us forward? First of all, the focus is going to be on reducing this backlog. The focus is going to be on processing these immigrant visa applications and scheduling them for interviews. The National Visa Center has already begun to contact people to let them know, hey, your application has been ready, it's ready for interview, it has been for quite some time. The next step is to schedule your interview and we'll be in touch. It's pretty much what you're going to hear from them from the National Visa Center. They'll send you an email. So one of the first things that I would encourage you to do, if you haven't already, contact the National Visa Center, if only to make sure that they have your up-to-date information. And if you have a case that's been pending for years, definitely make sure that you're keeping in touch with the National Visa Center. When you have a case that is pending, especially in a category like that of a brother or sister of a U.S. citizen, make sure that you're contacting the National Visa Center at least once a year to make sure that they keep your case open. I have seen too many times where cases are closed because the National Visa Center does not know how to get in touch with you because they don't have your up-to-date contact information, and or I've seen situations where cases are closed because you do not get in touch with them. So that is the first thing that I would encourage you to do. Contact the National Visa Center. Get a case status update. Make sure they have your most up-to-date information so that you can get that email and rest assured that your case is going to get processed and scheduled for an interview. As I mentioned already, the priority is going to be on immigrant visa applications, so green card applications. That means that other visa types are not going to be processed as regularly. These include visitors visas, student visas, fiance visas, pretty much non-immigrant visas. And non-immigrant visas are those that are for people that just want to come to the U.S. temporarily for some purpose, whether it's to visit or go to school or something like that. So another question that people often ask me is, should I go the fiancé visa route or should I get a green card? Pre-COVID, I might have said maybe fiancé visa depending on what your situation is, but in light of this 473,000 case backlog, I would say you might be better off getting married and going through consular processing. Yes, it's going to be a really long backlog, but at least we know they're working on green card cases. We don't know what the ETA will be for them to resume working on non-immigrant visas, such as the fiancé visa. So how is the process going to work? So if your case has already been pending and it was ready to go for interview, but for the executive order, you're going to get that email that says your case is ready for interview. We'll let you know when we're ready to move on to the next step. The National Visa Center is going to begin scheduling interviews in April 2020, and these interviews will be scheduled 60 days out. We still have a global pandemic. A lot of consulates are still short staffed, and we've got to deal with limiting how many people can be in facilities at a time due to COVID. So, needless to say, this is going to be a really long process. I would venture to say it's going to take at least a year and a half to schedule these interviews. So, in the meantime, if you haven't yet started your case, now is the time to start. I know it doesn't seem like it because of this huge backlog, but I'm telling you, things could get worse. You want to make sure that your case is already pending in the pipeline so that in the event that things actually do get better and move faster along, you have even less time to wait. I hope you found this video helpful. Please visit brazenlegal.com to learn more about me, my law firm, and how I can help you with your immigration case this year. Thanks for watching.